Hey folks, welcome to the channel. In today's build, we're going to finish off the Wave Damascus chef knife build. Let's get right to it.
Well folks, I was doing the bolster on this. I had this piece of Damascus. That was a pretty cool piece of Damascus. You can kind of see the pattern there. And I was going to put it here and then kind of round out the edges here and expose the pattern. I thought it was going to look pretty cool. After breaking 3 end mills, I finally got the slot in it and then realized that there's a slight taper from here to here. So this part is narrower than here, so there's a gap in the front. So that's not something I can fix now. I'm going to have to just play with the slot. So I decided instead of this is garbage now, and I didn't even include any of the footage of making that. Plus I threw it across the room when I found out. I figured I would use some Makumagane so that at least it's easier to file, and I can even kind of squish it if I need to form it to the ricasso. If you haven't seen the video where I made this Makumagane, I'll put a link up in the corner, but this is what we're going to do. So I'm going to go slot this on the mill. Should be a little easier now that it's copper, and probably tap it on, and hopefully that works.
The first thing I'm doing is just squaring this up so I can hold it securely in the mill so I can mill the slot.
So there's the slot in the bolster. I think I'm going to, it just kind of fits halfway. I think I'm going to drive it on. I'm going to hammer it on, and hopefully that makes it fit around this space here. So let's try that. So to do this, what you want to do is lock your blade inside some leather. Make sure down here the blade's not hitting something like the edge of your vise. You don't want to put a big scratch in it. Make sure it's good and tight, and you're just compressing steel with leather, so it's not like you can snap a blade or anything. Okay. Then what we do is the other way. Put that on. I'm going to put a piece of leather over top. Just the camera here. And I like to put like a little washer just so that I don't dig into this. And I've got this piece of metal here that I just put over it, and then I'm going to give it some wax. It's actually going down pretty easy. Hopefully I'm not splitting the copper or anything crazy. All right, it's on there. Let's take a look. So there we go. There's still a little bit of a gap there. So I'm going to try to kind of smash it with a hammer on the sides and bring that gap in, and then when I take it off, hopefully it'll stay, and I'll just have to remember which side is the top and the bottom. So let's go to the anvil and try that. Okay, that's a lot better. I got a chip from the mill there, but I'm pretty happy with that. That's good enough for this. Okay, let's get it off. So for getting these off, The knife is just loose in here, sitting on top of a piece of leather, and now I'm just going to tap on the tang, and that should take it off. You can see it was upset quite a bit because these areas are all pushed in. So I'm pretty happy with the bolster now. I just kind of sanded it down on both sides on the surface plate. This little corner, that'll get cut off anyway. And I like the pattern. You can see it too well in the camera, but it looks pretty cool. And when I kind of bevel the edges of this, it'll look even better. So going to use this bluey green tealy color box elder burl for the handle. So this should look pretty cool against the Makume. So there's approximately the handle design. I just drew it over top so I knew I could fit it in there. I'm actually going to move it up a little bit just so I have room on either side. About there. Okay, so now I just need to measure where my handle's going to be, or where the hole for my tang is going to be. It's going to be right about there. So now you just want to line up the drill with your line, and if it's not straight, you just want to change the angle of this a little bit. Okay, I got the hole drilled for the handle. As usual, it's kind of off kilter a bit, so I'm just going to place it on my surface plate on a 1, 2, 3 block, and then I want to square up this block to the handle, so I'm just going to take this and draw a line here. So there's our rough pattern. Let's grind it out. Right now I've just rough fit the bolster and the handle onto the blade just so I could contour it a little bit on the grinder a little easier because I want to grind them all together. And yes, I have the blade securely wrapped just so I don't touch it like I did in the last one. Time to etch the knife. So we'll leave that for about 6 minutes, take it out, wash it off, do it again, and repeat that about 2 more times. I figured for the cut test we should do it in the kitchen since this is a kitchen knife. But before that, let's do the obligatory paper cut test. As you can see, it's pretty sharp. All right, let's check the food release first with an apple. And it's stuck a little bit. Okay, not bad. Now potatoes. Okay, we're getting a little food stuck to it, but you know, these are pretty wet, so that's probably normal. You almost can't feel the potato. I love the knife. Super light. Easily done with a pinch grip. You got the size you need. Really like it. Came out really nice. Thanks for watching, folks.